Alright, let's start looking at what components we have. Over at T1, I have T1 cosine of 15. Over here I have T2. The book might call it left and right or something. T2 cosine of 26. Over here I have a T1 sine of 15. And over here I have a T2 sine of 26. Alright, let's sum up our forces in the x direction. They equal 0, which turns into negative T1 cosine of 15 plus T2 cosine of 26, and that equals 0. Let's rearrange. We pretty much know these are the ones where there's two unknowns, so let's just go T2 equals T1. The T1's negative went away because I put it on the other side, and then I have to get that cosine of 26 out of there. And I like to keep those together for some reason. Sum of the forces in the y direction also equals 0, and that turns into T1 sine of 15 plus T2 sine of 26. And I'm just right away, I guess I'll do it the way I did it in class. And then we have that weight on there of negative 2,700 newtons, and it's pointed down, and that equals 0. I'm going to need some space here. Hopefully I can keep the picture on there. And everywhere I see a T2, I'm going to replace it with that. So here we go. T1 sine of 15 plus, here we go, there's the T2. I'm going to replace it with T1 cosine of 15 divided by cosine of 26. I like to keep those together. Remember that sine of 26 is still there. And I'm going to move the 2,700 to the other side because I added it to both sides. Alright, now I need a little calculator here. The sine. So we have sine of 15. My calculator says the sine of 15 is 0.2588 T1. I switched that around because, I don't know, I just do. So now I've got to do this math right here, all three of these things, and I do them in order so I know I get them right. So cosine of 15, and then I hit enter on my calculator, divided by cosine of 26, and I hit enter on my calculator, and I multiply that by the sine of 26, and I get about a 0.4711. And that's also a T1, and that equals 2,700 newtons. Now I'm going to add these two things together. So I already had the 0.47 in there, so I'm going to add 0.2588, hit enter, and I get 0.7299 T1, still equals 2,700 newtons. And then how do you get T1 all by itself? Let's divide out that 0.7299, bye-bye to one side, hello to the other, 0.7299. It's already in my calculator, so I'm going to go 2,700 divided by answer, and I get 3699. Just for fun, let's call that 3,700 newtons. Now, I already have a nice equation set up, and I'm just going to do it up here where it says T2 equals T1. I already know what T1 is. I just put it in there. I just solved for it of 3,700. But it's multiplied by the cosine of 15 divided by the cosine of 26. So I always do that first in my calculator. Cosine 15, enter, divided by the cosine of 26. And this is, so the 3,700 is still there. This little thing turns into 1.074. We'll call it 75. And that's already in my calculator. Multiply that by my 3,700, and I get 39 T2 equals 3976 newtons. Woo woo, woo woo. 5-minute video. Bye bye.